This city was the most dangerous in the USSR during the late 80s, and here's why. Due to the highest level of crime and criminal activity among youth and teenagers, the Soviet authorities coined a special term for this city, the so-called Kazan Phenomenon. The fact was that at the end of Brezhnev's rule and during economic decline, local law enforcement was powerless in the face of the increasing demand among the youth for new ideas, different from communist ones. Kazan became the main city for the development of crime among young boys, who formed gangs and divided the territory among themselves into districts, much like the gangs of New York once did. Over time, the high moral principles of the so-called boys began to change, and instead of settling scores between gangs with fists, they soon were hitting each other with rebar, brass knuckles, or just stones. It was not so long before they began to stab and shoot each other over the territory and authority before people on the streets. This phenomenon marked the beginning of the end of law in the USSR, and by the 90s, all major Soviet cities were populated with gangsters, whom you could see in movies like Nobody and John Wick. Want to know more about the post-Soviet history? Subscribe to Young Russian.